Steve Houston. After serving the world for over 30 years, the space shuttle earned its place in history. It's come to a final stop.
Good evening, everybody. My name is George. This show is Don't Panic Flip, and tonight we have some amazing special guests on for an Iron Pinball Battle Stars. We have Eric coming to us from somewhere. I actually don't know where.
Kentucky, hell.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Kentucky. We have Eric from Straight Down the Middle, and then here with me in house, I have Extra Paul. You guys are familiar with Extra Paul.
How's it going, everybody?
And yeah, fun battle this evening on a game I honestly haven't spent a ton of time on. Eric is it not only helped come up with all of the objectives for this evening, but is gonna give us the rundown on how to actually achieve each of those objectives. So really looking forward to that. Eric, this is honestly, I think I ran into you once at TPF in 2018 or 2019 for a very briefly. Outside of that, I don't think we've really interacted that much. And I've always had this interesting question about how you went from, I think, streaming potentially under your own account, or how did you get hooked up with Straight Down the Middle? What's that story?
So, I guess when I started streaming, it was probably back in 2015 or 16. So there wasn't too many pinball streamers, and I was still just kind of figuring things out and started to stream more regularly. And I guess Zach and Greg had started a Straight Down the Middle channel, and they wanted to try and get something together, kind of like Buffalo Pinball, where they had multiple streamers streaming under the same channel, trying to get a lot more content out there throughout the week. So it wasn't just those two streaming, and kind of they're trying to hit all their bases, like I was going to be the gameplay and tutorial guy, and then like they'd have like a guy who was, newer to the pinball scene, to kind of get different aspects. But didn't quite get off the ground. They contacted me, I obviously joined up, and then they stopped streaming as much, and then eventually it just became me. so yeah, it's been pretty much me only streaming from Straight Down the Middle for the past, I don't know, 3-4 years or so. Like I said, just their idea just didn't quite get off the ground, and they kind of moved into other ventures. But yeah, since we had built up a base there, I kind of just quit streaming from my channel and streamed from and stayed on Straight Down the Middle. And then obviously when I get my VODs together, I'll upload them to my YouTube channel at Chuck Wirt, and then sometimes Straight Down the Middle will also post to theirs as well to get extra exposure. But yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it.
Okay, awesome. And while we're on that note, Eric, can you also explain to us why where Chuck Wirt came from? I love it. Funny.
Yeah.
Quick aside, I thought your name was Chuck for years. It was only recently I found out it was something else.
Yeah, a lot of people in pinball that only know me, first as an online persona, I guess you could say, see that Chuck Wirt everywhere, so they default to calling me Chuck. Some of my closest pinball friends will call me Chuck, but it's a goofy combination of one. My last name's Wurtenberger, so Wirt is a family nickname, and then Chuck is just a goofy high school nickname that some friends gave me. And so way back when AOL Instant Messenger first started, that was my login, my first online, I guess, presence, and I've just kind of kept it ever since. Xbox Live, anything online that I need a username for, it's going to be Chuck Wirt, because it's almost never taken. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's a really cool story. Now you're I think you're on Instagram, is it Twitter, Facebook, and it's all under Chuck Wirt, is that right?
Yep, correct. I also run the Cincinnati Pinball Show, which is a pinball convention we run in the Cincinnati area every year. So it's Cincinnati with a P, and that's on the same accounts, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So you can follow there for some similar content from me and info about our local pinball convention. So.
And when you say Cincinnati with a P, I'm not sure if I was the only one confused by that. What does that mean?
Cincinnati.
So replace the first letter.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Because
Okay.
like a lot of people want to say Pin Cincinnati, and that's not right. Just change the first letter.
Just Cincinnati. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're playing Stars this evening, and it's funny. I'm not a huge fan of the of EMs or early solid states.
Shame on
Usually, sorry.
I was
Shame
pretty
on you.
shocked
I
when I
know.
saw you pick this up.
It shocked me. It's an older game. Thankfully, I don't like working on games, and the person who had it apparently went through and replaced a bunch, said it was perfectly working fine, and had on Pinside a really good reputation. So I felt confident I wasn't getting screwed, and I was going to get something that was in good shape and that wasn't going to break down on me. The artwork is a huge part, I think, of what I like about this game. The fact, and that for a solid state, it also, there's kind of a lot to do, which leads us into the objectives. Objective 1. So we've got a few lined up for us to play tonight, which is to go through a standard high score. Then we're going to go through and do a triple bonus, a fully lit left spinner. I have only had one drink so far this evening. Price is Right at 100,000 points. Collect a 7,000 drop target, a 7,000 point drop target. A fully lit right spinner. And on both of those, it's not just light up the spinner. Are we good to say it's light up the spinner and you have to hit the spinner with it fully lit?
Yeah, I'd say that's
what everybody
fair.
wants to say.
I'll be surprised if even though we have our game set to 5-ball, that fully lit right spinner is a pretty tough one, but we'll see.
Okay. I gotta open up my ear. I just realized that I actually can't hear Paul, even though he's right next to me talking. I couldn't hear what he said. Price is Right, 75,000. A second high score game. We're gonna then collect special and max bonus, and many of these things. iSkidoo just redeemed a Don't Panic brick shirt. iSkidoo, hit me up on Discord with a note that you just redeemed it. I'll get you the link and the code, and we'll get you that shirt. Eric will end up walking us through each of the rule sets for stuff that either I don't know how to do, or Paul doesn't know how to do, or pretty much that. For me, that's everything. So Eric will end up walking us through the rule sets on how to get there, and I think maybe we just get crazy and play a high score game and jump right in.
Cool.
Let's
So
battle.
First one's high score.
Yeah, first one
All right.
is high score.
So how do you typically do it? Like, should we wait till we're both on the same ball, then start the second ball, or how do you typically do it?
Okay, so for high score, since it's not a timed, you can just play through all 5 balls. And then while that's happening, Paul will end up switching between scenes, maybe asking some questions. Feel free to respond. If you can, Paul, please irritate Eric while he's playing, because Eric is amazing at not only pinball, but I've seen him play Stars, and I have no doubt in my mind how this is going to go this evening.
Yeah, I think you're going to get rocked.
I think I'm going to get rocked as well.
Well, I will say we just played a very long super series of tournaments up in Michigan over the weekend, and I'm pretty hungover from that. So we'll see how my see if my skills are still around from that. So.
Okay. I guess light them up, and Paul, when you're ready, count us down.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All
Right,
right.
my aim works. That's a good start.
Cool. That was...
Oh,
No, it didn't touch
not a
anything.
good start.
It was not a house ball. Well, it was a house ball.
I had a pilot error on ball 1. That's for sure.
Okay.
Usually when I start a game, if I'm just playing for score, I'll try and go after the drop targets on the left a little bit.
Okay.
That way it's the double bonus, triple bonus, so
Oh,
getting
right.
those down early isn't a bad idea. Then when you get the ball in a trap, I kind of try to pick off some of the starts and targets.
I'll take that.
And the nice thing on these like older games is that it doesn't. It's good and it's bad. It doesn't really save your progress between ball to ball. So every ball.
Oh yeah. So that makes this game pretty difficult.
Yeah, for sure. But at a competitive standpoint, losing, getting a house ball on ball 1 isn't game over. Whether you have a fresh chance every time.
Because they're all their individual. Yeah, so you shouldn't sweat really having a quick ball or two. You're not losing out on getting progress. They're all their own ball.
It happens.
5 single ball game.
Oh man, that right out lane is just eating me up right now.
All right, you guys are both on ball 4 at this point.
Okay.
And Chuck is in the process of clearing those drop targets.
I need a drink after that. That's a quick 4 balls for me right now. Yeah, Gank 91 in the chat. Met that gentleman at Wisconsin. Met a whole bunch of new people there. That was fun.
What kind of format was the tournament?
In Wisconsin, it was over 4 days and it was 6 tournaments and they all had different formats.
Oh, was this the Fox Cities?
Yeah, that was a great job by Tom and company. All right, I'm in the clubhouse with 74. So that would have been a really good one for, like, is our Price is Right one the 75 or whatever?
Yeah, 75. George is ahead. You've won that one.
Okay. I got
Nice.
So I am on ball 5. Well, I all I did was took your advice, Eric, and you said to focus on the bonus. I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. Maybe I should focus on bonus.
Yeah, because like there's no overlapping features, but that's something you can just kind of guarantee yourself a little bit each ball is getting some quick bonus. So even if you had those quick balls, you're gonna get 7, 8, 9, 10K a ball if you concentrate on it.
I scored.
All right, so George, so what was your final score for that?
I'm at 98,000 right now, and I still have ball 5 left to play.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna plunge off and restart it.
Hell yeah. Always good to have a walk-off. Yeah, so in Wisconsin, they're all match play tournaments, though, which means it's everyone in groups of 3 or 4 being put on random games, and you play the game, and then you play another round, and you just keep running that back. So the variations came with either playing strikes, where if you do bad on a game, you receive a strike. If you receive so many strikes, you're out. Or it was points-based. If you get, depending on the position you finish in your game, you get a certain number of points, and it would just run so many rounds, and whoever had the most points wins. Or it was like a target, so the first person to get to X amount of points won the tournament, that kind of thing. So,
Huh.
yeah.
Cool.
So like I said, 6 different formats across 4 days. It was so 1 tournament the first day, 2 tournaments the next 2 days, and then 1 tournament the last day.
Very nice. Very nice.
So,
Yeah, and that coverage was amazing. There was
Oh,
typically
yeah.
2 to 3 commentators at all times. It was great to see Tom get out there and just move things around. Like, that was one of the few times you
Yeah.
got to see Tom was him like under the camera as he's moving all the
Yeah.
equipment around.
Yeah, we do that too at Cincinnati when I have my my mobile rig there. They have a Chuck Wirt cam where it's just like on my face as I'm like moving the game around.
Now,
Yeah.
Tim, when I see you host a tournament, I feel like there's been a bunch of times where do you host tournaments out of your house?
Yeah. So that's why I keep my rig and my setup wireless at all times, because it's kind of a pain in the ass to switch back and forth.
Mhm.
So I just keep it wireless, whether it's just me or if I'm having a tournament, because then it's just ready to go at any time.
That's awesome. And you mentioned earlier that you've been streaming for it's what, like 5, 6, 7 years? It's quite a while, right?
So when I started, it was really just Buffalo and Dead Flip. Maybe like 1 or 2 other people that would do it, very infrequently. So the Twippies back then was a little bit easier for me to get on the map because there wasn't really anybody to choose from. But yeah, no, I learned a lot from those guys. They helped me out a lot, and then obviously since joining TPN, my knowledge has exploded from all you guys knowing way more than I do. So, and it's really cool just seeing all these new people get into it because I don't have as much time as I used to, and I'm doing a lot of other stuff in pinball, and I can't stream as much as I used to. I'm mainly just doing tournaments now and tutorials here and there. So, it is really cool to see that schedule just jam-packed with people now.
Oh my god, yeah. At this point, you can sign on, and there's typically pinball in either virtual or physical form on at any time, if not, up to 10 different people streaming. It's awesome. The format has changed, and that's, if we can pull a positive out of COVID, it seems like pinball has really done well since COVID, or maybe it's just home gaming in general.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be the opposite, which is surprising.
Right.
A bunch of people breathing and touching buttons.
Mr. Hardluck, good evening. Welcome to the stream. That's right. First jiu-jitsu class. I think we were on a stream earlier and you mentioned heading out to jiu-jitsu. So congrats on your first jiu-jitsu class. I hope you didn't break anything, or if you did, it was someone else. So hold on a sec here. Objective 2.
All right, what's number 2?
You want me to try my announcer voice?
Yeah. Let's try it. Let's let Paul try his announcer voice.
Objective 2.
Solid.
No. All right, we're gonna try it one more time. Objective 2. Nope, we're just gonna actually have to go to it. That's fine. So objective number 2 is triple bonus. Now,
right.
I have no idea what this is. Eric, can you walk us through it?
Sure. So when we start the game, I believe right in front of the drop targets, the double bonus light should be lit as green. So that means when you complete the task, you will get double bonus, which will light right in front of your left flipper. To do that, you just have to hit down either bank of drop targets. So it only takes 3 drop targets and you're done. But you have to hit one of the complete banks. You can't hit 2 on one side and 1 on the other.
Okay.
It's got to be a complete bank. Once you do that, you'll get your double bonus. It'll light up. Then all the drop targets pop back up. Then to get triple bonus, you have to hit down all 6 drop targets. And you have to do that during your ball. If you drain, you got to start back over. Like we were saying before, no progress saves. So you kind of have to have a decent ball to get that done. So pretty easy and straightforward, but kind of easier said than done kind of thing.
Right. I was at, what was the tournament? Dory Hill had a similarly difficult achievement that you had to do during the pin golf on Doctor Who, where you had to hit all of the targets down the right side in order to activate your video mode, is what it was. And
well, then, did you pick the right doctor to make that a lot easier? Because there's
No.
a doctor you can. Yeah.
There's
So
a specific doctor that makes it easier?
Yeah. So it's easy when you're selecting the doctors. It'll light up numbers around the playfield, and there's a number that's right next to that. I believe it says rescue on those targets. So just find the one. I can't remember what number it is, but it's easy when you're cycling through them. You'll see it lights it up on the playfield. Do that, and it takes like maybe 2-3 hits to it, and it's and you're ready to go.
Ah, man. And this is the part of pinball that I am awful at. And I'll complain about it, but I so rarely feel like, unless I get into a situation where I am forced to learn or it makes sense to learn at a time, I don't actively go out there. Like a lot of people will go play virtual pinball on games to figure out the rules of a game to know how they can get big points. And I just don't do that. But that's a perfect example of where that would have been amazing, right? Play virtual Doctor Who. You actually get on there, it's this, hit this one thing, oh great, there's a doctor that gets you there. That knowledge is obviously why when they talk about pinball's made up of like accuracy, recovery, and knowledge of rules. Knowledge of rules is one of the 3 very pivotal parts of being a good pinball player.
Yeah, I would agree with those same 3 aspects. What I would recommend too, like if you go to a pin golf event, like unless you came with a group and you guys are already kind of set up, that's fine to play with them. But I assume you got into groups of 4 and just kind of went around and did all the holes.
Yes.
I would try and find strangers or someone that only has 3, because more than likely, like they're gonna have knowledge that you don't. You can always talk about like best strategies for the game, because I guarantee you 75 to 80% of the people knew about that doctor to make that easier to start video mode. So a lot of times when they do objective based pin golf, it's to teach you something about the game you didn't know before, and it's not exactly obvious what the objective is. So it's usually some sort of fringe, non like main strategy type objective for the game. So
Okay. Well,
yeah.
on that note, I learned how to get double and triple bonus, and this next objective is get to triple. And this one is
Do it.
timed, so it's the first person to get there, but ball will take precedence. Meaning, if you get there quicker, but you do it on your second ball, and I get there slower, but I do it on my first ball, I would win because I did it
Okay.
on the first ball as opposed to second. If we both do it on the first ball, but you get there before me,
So if
then-
I'm on, okay. So if I'm on ball one and I know you're on a later ball and I'm like 1 or 2 targets away, I can kind of slow down, take my time,
Take
and make
your
sure I
time.
don't screw up my opportunity. Okay.
Exactly. Yep, exactly.
Sounds good.
And,
And
the
then-
other thing is that the play fields have a bit more delay on them than our audio and video. So those are in sync. If you hit it, go ahead and say that you got
Yep.
it, and I'll do the same.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. And then let's say we're both doing horribly and we don't get it in a full game. Do we just keep playing until one of us gets it?
Yes. Yep. And then
Okay,
the
cool.
same
Alright.
ball number applies at the same time. If
Okay.
you get there faster, but we both do it on the second game, first ball.
Yep.
Yeah. There we
Okay.
go. Okay.
Cool. All right.
I am started. Got a ball ready. Paul, do you want to count us down?
Let's battle. No, it doesn't like my. Okay, let's battle.
So go now.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Plunge.
All right. Get some better feeds out of this pop here.
Great start. Great start. There goes ball one.
Same. I don't like these bounces this game's giving me tonight.
All right. First bank done.
Come on. What are you doing, dummy? Man, I'm going through this game real quick.
Yep. There goes ball two. But that double bonus, that's huge. Yeah, when I'm playing this game, that's going to be my new #1 goal is to bump up the bonus and then hit up the spinner.
Now, I just watched. In preparation for this, I did rewatch Bowen's tutorial video, which he says. I mean, you can do. There's kind of two strategies. You either
One
go for
target away.
drop, or you go for the loaded spinner.
Okay. Whew. And I Ski-Doo, by the way, I don't know why I didn't mod you 3 or 4 months ago. Because, thank you.
Come on. Get it back, get it back. I'm on ball 5 of game 1. I was 1 target away on the last ball. That drain. Alright.
I am on ball 4. I've got 5 targets left.
Same. Well, I'm on ball 5 though, but I had 4 targets left.
Eric is getting
3 targets left.
a lot of action off those swings.
Oh, come on.
All right, 2 targets.
2 targets for me
Yeah.
too.
Oh, I hit that spinner, though. Oh, no.
Oh, 1 target left.
Oh, my.
Got it. Got
Nice!
it. Triple button.
Nice.
That was pretty good.
Since I am
I thought I was
on...
gonna tilt on a slap save, and I somehow survived.
all right, so because I'm now on ball 5 and he did it on ball 5, that means that he immediately wins. So, Eric, excellent job on that. Challenger scored. Okay, 1-1. That's awesome,
Up in a tight one.
right? Whew, man, it was funny because, just describing, you got to hit the 3 on the one side, and then you got to hit all 6. No big deal. And suddenly I got there, and like ball 3 came around. I'm like, I haven't completed any of the second bank of the 6 targets. This is doing it all on one ball is actually kind of scary. I don't know if I'm going to get it done.
Yeah, just wait till we get to the fully juiced right spinner. Then that's probably the most difficult one we set up.
Okay.
That or collect special, because collect special you kind of have to do that and then do one more thing. But so
Okay.
we'll see.
Speaking about that, I don't know what our next objective is. Objective 3. Looks like it is a fully lit left spinner.
Okay.
Eric, do you want to walk us through how we go about achieving a fully lit left spinner?
Yep. So if you look in front of this left spinner, there's 2 inserts, and if you can't read the play field on the stream, it says spinner scores 200. So that means if it's unlit, 200 points per spin. Excuse me. And then for each center drop target that you have down at that point in time, it will light up one of 2 more inserts, and each of those is worth another 400 points to the spinner's value. So if you have one drop target, center drop target down, the spinner's now worth 600, 200 plus 400. Then if you have both center drop targets down, it's worth 400, 400, 200, so 1,000 a spin. The trick to that is, though, if you remember, to get double bonus, if you hit down one of the 3 banks, all 6 targets come back up. So if you're trying to get the spinner lit early on and you accidentally hit down 3 of the drop targets, you're kind of back to square one.
Right.
But once that happens, the targets won't reset unless you hit down all 6. So then it's a little bit easier to get that spinner fully juiced. But to start it off, if you want to be really quick about this challenge, you got to be kind of like a sniper a little bit and just get those middle targets on either side without hitting down one of the full banks. So, but then so it'll be fully lit once you have both inserts lit in front of the spinner. Pretty easy to tell. But again, since we have a little bit of a delay, probably best for whomever to call it out when they get it.
Yep. Okay. So, my biggest concern here is actually hitting that spinner. That is kind of a tiny hole.
It's a tiny hole. I will
I think it's wider than
recommend
it
at
looks.
least trying at least once or twice to get a feel for it. I can backhand it on mine.
Okay.
So
I've never even tried.
Can you?
Yeah, so it looks super tight, and the geometry doesn't look right, but it works on mine.
But it works. Okay.
Can you also
Yeah.
Kirk pass on yours?
I cannot on mine. I don't do it much at all. I think I tried it when I first got it. It wasn't working consistently, so I stopped.
Okay.
That's usually a little bit easier on Meteor because I feel like that the drop off's a little bit more. But yeah, definitely on mine it doesn't jump quite as much as it should. Like you still might be able to like hit the ball with the left flipper, but it's not coming to like a safe shot or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for those that don't know what a Kirk pass is, Steve Kirk is the designer of this game and many other games. There's a center post on the game. So a Kirk pass is when you have the ball trapped on either flipper, and then you let the ball go, roll off the flipper, bounce off the center post, and then pass it to the other flipper.
I didn't know
Not
that had a
sure.
name.
Yeah, yep. So if you look right next to the right flipper, you can see Steve Kirk designed it. And his geometry with that center post usually allowed that pass. So Meteor's another Steve Kirk game, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
And so that pass can work on that game as well. But again, it's just game by game, temperamental kind of setup thing on whether it works or not. But yep, that's what that is.
It is cool when you find it, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, super cool. Because yeah, I mean it's especially huge on this game because if you're trying to set up the right spinner for a shot and you can just easily let the ball roll off, bounce over, and then rip it. That's a pretty huge move.
Are you checking to see if you can do it?
I am now checking. I realized I still have ball 5 ready to go, so let's see if it works. It kind of got there.
Not
Like I said,
in the
you
way
can
you
get it.
want, but
Yeah, like when it works really well, it'll bounce so far over that you can trap the ball on the other side.
Oh man, that would be cool.
But yeah. There's
All
cool
right.
little things you can try with these older games that is kind of neat.
Okay, 1-1 going into objective number 3. I guess. And any last words, Eric, before we before we get started?
Nope, just good luck, man, and try that backhand. I'd be interested to see if you can do it on yours.
Oh yeah, I'm excited too. Let's battle.
Fight!
Apparently, I have to do it. Paul, do you want to count us down?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, 1.
All right. Shoot, what are we doing again?
Left center, so hit the center drop target on the inside.
Yep, you're going for those center drop targets on either set bridge or and then
So
you want to rip
if your
the-
drop targets are colored the right color, it's the red one. Ah, missed. I haven't even gotten one of the inserts lit yet.
All right, I got
I'm on
one.
ball 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
nice.
your other side is that's
Just the red
last
target.
one, so it's gonna- yeah.
There goes ball 2.
One. No, don't hit that. All right, it's lit. I just gotta hit it.
Oh. Ah.
I had the insert lit. I just didn't hit the spinner. All right, let's try here. Ball 4. Oh. Man, I've had a couple no flips on this one. I'm already on ball 5. Dang. All right. So no switch there, so I got lucky.
Darn it. All right, let's see if I can hit this red. Oh, no, that didn't work. Nope. All right, ball 4.
I hit one of them, but then cleared the bank.
Yep. This is a really interesting objective. It's do well, but not too well.
Yeah, right.
And there goes ball 4.
Yeah, I believe this is the strategy that someone said in his tutorial video that he used to go for, but no longer does, just because it's so easy to screw it up and reset and have to start all over again.
All right, so I'm through game 1 and haven't done it yet.
All right, I've got it lit.
Can you backhand?
And I have to, and it's a backhand right
You
now.
have to backhand?
I have to backhand
And
it.
also, his only
Alright,
remaining
see
drop
ya.
targets are the ones next to
The
shot.
only ones that are currently up are the ones surrounding the
Oh,
opening, so it's
man.
got to be clean.
Oh,
I did it! Holy
yeah!
crap! Yes!
Got it.
That was awesome.
Just need a little pressure to succeed.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah,
Just
nice
for
work.
pressure. Apparently, I can backhand that. By the way, the ball goes almost completely through without even touching a rail until the top. Like the
Nice.
geometry
Yep.
of it is quite
Yeah,
crazy.
it hits the very last, like the left side at the very top when you do it perfect. Yeah.
I love finding
Yeah, so that's
backhands.
cool. I'm glad you were able to backhand it like mine. I was always curious if other ones allowed that, because I haven't played too many different copies.
I do like that as well, like unintended geometry. I have that with TNA. I can backhand the left orbit, and I had Scott on
Oh, wow.
commentating a battle between me and MPT3K, and he called me a cheater because he did not intend for that to be that way.
What did you do to my game?
Exactly.
Where's the green?
I scored. No, didn't work. This one I don't actually have a way to get it to activate without an audio.
Voice. Okay.
I scored. There it is. But the animations are great. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Did a good job.
Thank you. I'll take that. Absolutely. Okay. So, Eric, the first time I saw you stream, it was part of your series on how to play Game of Thrones, and this was before the software change. and you had like
Yeah.
a multi-part series on how to play it. It was the most in-depth I had ever seen anyone build not only a Twitch stream around, but also YouTube. What are your thoughts now after the software change on Game of Thrones? And a follow-up to that is you had a pro at that time, and I think now you have a premium or an LE.
I have a premium now.
Okay.
So I finished the series, and by the way, it's 5 YouTube videos, and in total, it's around 10 hours of tutorials on that. So
Is the
it's
ending
pretty
of
crazy.
it better than the
So
show?
there are a decent amount of people, I'd say, that's seen all of them, but for the most part, I tell people, watch the first couple, and that's really what you want to watch, because it goes into like nothing to do with the rules of the game, but kind of more or less like, here's how you should like be playing this game no matter what. Like, you always short plunge, you always know about certain quips, about certain shots that like behave certain ways if you do it a certain way, and you can play a lot safer if you do this, do that. And then I get more into like the rules, so it's kind of more important to know those little tricks of the trade for that game. But anyway, so then the code update came out, and I did one update video to explain, okay, here are the changes overall, and then I did one final video now that I had the premium to say, okay, here's the premium and LE tutorial, where all it was this is what's different about this game than the pro. So yeah, in total there's seven videos now.
Different videos. That's a lot of rules.
And I have them all in one playlist on my channel, so you can go grab which ones you want. And I put a little bullet point list of what I cover, so you can just kind of find what you want information on. But yeah, it was just a game I like a whole bunch, and decided to not just do a tutorial of, okay, here's how I like to blow this game up. It was, here's everything the game has to offer, and you decide what would be best for you. Because that game, there's just so many ways to play it that it's hard to tell people, do this, because it might not work for you,
So when you go into a tournament then on Game of Thrones, do you have on the updated rule set a particular way that you like to play that game, or does it change based on situational circumstances?
Both. So I could almost guarantee you, no matter how the game's set up or what's going on, that I'm probably on the new code, I'm probably going to pick House Baratheon. Now,
Baratheon?
I could, there's a
the
lot of
the outlane save.
You get outlane saves. It's easier to get to wall multi-ball, which is a multi-ball everyone always ignores. But with Baratheon, it's way easier to get to, and it's worth 10 times more than any other house if you're that house. So you have this extra multi-ball that nobody ever plays that you get to play on top of the other multi-balls that people are playing, and you're getting a lot more value out of that. Especially if the game's set up brutal. I mean, you got those extra outlane saves that nobody has.
Mm-hmm.
So it's but anyway, while I'm playing the game, if shots aren't going the way I want them to, I might have to pivot, go somewhere else. So yeah, I always have obviously all that knowledge to help me pivot if I need to. Because if you're zeroed in on some specific strategy and you walk up to a game that just isn't letting you do that, we talked about this at the Wisconsin tournament a lot. You have to learn to play a game so well that you can just take what it's given you. Don't force some specific strategy that know enough about the game that you can just take what it's given you. Don't force something to happen that the game's clearly not letting you do.
Right.
So that's kind of the whole point of some of my tutorials, where I try to tell you every inch of the game, every possible scenario, and then you just decide which one's best for you. Now, it's a lot harder to set up those types of tutorials because it's a lot more in depth. It takes a lot more time to set them up. But on older games and stuff, it's easier. But yeah, the newer ones, especially ones that are that complex, it just takes forever.
Right. So it's funny. I had a Game of Thrones Pro and loved it, and it was brutal, and the flow was just amazing. But I remember either just before or just after you recommending, and it's funny because I kind of got interested in the game having watched your tutorials on Game of Thrones, which was on a pro. You had changed your mind and we're all in on the premium. Why is the premium the better of the two now over time?
So it's all 100% the new code. Now, when the new code came out, I had already bought a premium. I didn't know it was coming out, the new code. Dwight emailed me and said, "Hey, like I had a lull in projects I was working on, so I'm hitting Game of Thrones for a huge update and Ghostbusters. Do you want the code for Game of Thrones?" I said, "Hell yeah, that's awesome." And I was like, "But I just got a premium, so send me the premium code." Anyway, I was getting the premium because I'd had the pro since it came out. I put over 10,000 plays on it. Like, I had my time with it, but I didn't want to get rid of the game. So I was like, all right, I'm ready to get the premium. I might not like it as much, but I just want to have that different experience. But then the new code came out, and it adds all kinds of functionality to the upper play field. There's an extra multi-ball you get up there that was not worth much before, but now it's worth a lot. So just added a lot more options and ways to add some big points to the game with the new code. So that's what ultimately pushed me over the edge. Had it stayed on the old code, I doubt I would like the premium more than the pro. But yeah, I mean the flow's not as good, but what you lose a little bit in flow at that upper playfield adds a lot of goodness. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I had I've had Star Trek now a few times and Game of Thrones, and I feel like those are the two games I go to when I want flow, when I want a really flowy game.
Those are also two games that feature wide spinners.
Oh.
Yeah, those are both wide spinners, and they're both Steve Ritchie games, so it's not surprising that you gravitated towards both of those. So.
Oh man, yeah, both of those games are so much fun. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What is our next objective, Paul?
Objective 4.
Hey, that worked.
All
looks
right.
like it's Price is Right, 100,000. Paul, can you explain the concept of Price is Right while I go grab a beer?
Yeah, can you grab me?
Yes, I can. You want another one of those?
Sure. We're doing this blind, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of how Price is Right works. So you cover up your score.
Oh, I
And
didn't
No,
do that.
sorry, we're not actually covering up our score.
We're not actually covering up the score?
No.
Okay, well, you're just not looking at the score then?
No, you look at the score.
That would have made things really interesting.
You can't tilt. Okay, gotcha. I'm used to a different style, I guess.
So we didn't talk about that before. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
explain it.
in my experience, you cover up the score and just make it completely blind, and you want to get as close to, just like Price is Right, you want to get as close to the number without getting over. If you go over, you lose.
Yep.
Huh. I have never played it that way. This beer sucks. Oh my god, this is so bad.
But an extra wrinkle that you guys just talked about that I didn't know before, so we can't tilt out to freeze our score where it's at.
Yes. Sorry, I am pulling from my history of playing Price is Right just in battles, but I'm totally fine to cover up the score and do it a different way if that's how it's typically done.
I don't mind it.
How do you do it? I'm curious.
It'll test well, just the way you described, but we can see the score, and you can't tilt out to freeze your score once you kind of get to where you want it to be. You just gotta strategically shoot and drain. And
okay. And that's the way that I'm used to playing Price is Right, as opposed to the. But it's fun. We could do Price is Right 100,000 that way, and then plan to maybe try Price is Right 75 when we get there.
Sure.
And cover up the score, because I'd be interested in trying that and just kind of giving up at some point when you think you're pretty close to 75,000.
Yeah, right. I think that's a good call. So yeah, we'll do this one with the score uncovered, and then we'll do the next one covered.
I'm so sorry. I'll be right back. I need to grab a different beer. This one is so bad. It tastes like WeldWorks, like the beer actually went bad.
Oof.
And I was so excited by the flavor.
So,
Okay.
100K without going
It was,
over.
which one was that? That's Hawaiian.
Yeah, that was the
shortbread
Hawaiian
cookie?
gingerbread or shortbread or
doesn't
something.
sound like
It
beer
had
at all.
cookies
Why did
and
that sound-
pineapple.
Why did that sound good?
Eric, I like really sweet beers. So
Okay.
the majority of my beers are like blueberry cobbler pie sour.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
Have you? There's a brewery called I believe it's Fathead in Ohio, and they make it's called Bumbleberry, and it's a I think it's a blueberry flavored. So if you're ever in this area and you see that as an option, definitely get it.
Okay.
I think you would.
sorry, and it's called
Like that.
Fathead.
Yeah, I think it's Fathead. It's got it kind of looks like the guy from those old, like, those old magnetic, like, cover the guy's face with, like, magnetic shavings and put different.
Oh my God!
They're-
Yeah, I know
they're-
exactly what you're
yeah.
talking about. Like the red. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
their face kind of looks like that guy, but he's kind of like got the horseshoe bald head. He's got a fat head with like a mustache, and but yeah, that's a good beer from them. And then we have our big local, like one of our local spots is Grater's Ice Cream, and it's like, if you come from out of town, you get local food. That's one of the places you go to, and there's a local brewery that makes their most popular ice cream flavored beer. It's raspberry chocolate chip, I think. Yeah, raspberry chip.
Wow.
So-
Okay.
If you're ever in the area, definitely check those out.
Oh yeah, I am definitely checking those out. That's right up my
Yeah.
my alley with regards to flavor.
Right on.
I'm always looking for that.
All right, so it's 100,000.
And if you go over, you're disqualified. And if
Okay.
we both go over, then we have to play it again.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Yep.
And this is not timed, so
You
we
wanna
can
do
start whenever
your,
we want to.
Okay.
Your
Oh.
battle, since it doesn't work for me.
Let's battle.
Let's battle.
Fight!
All right.
Best way to tackle this.
All right, yeah, this one isn't timed, Eric. So go ahead whenever you're ready. George is
Okay.
already
Yeah.
flipping.
I'm
the
kind of
windows.
game planning before I pick my first ones there. What I want to do.
Sorry, take your time.
And 100, right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm at a whopping 4,000 right now, feeling pretty decent. I'm gonna go for that double bonus. Oh, that got me. $19,000 on ball one here.
That's, I mean, kind of good pacing.
I guess it's kinda. Get off there.
Maybe a little shy, but I mean,
I'm stuck on a. On
just
a
give it a
cutout.
little tap. Yeah.
There we go. All right, we're cool. We're cool. We're cool.
That's the cause of warped flippers, which is
Oh,
totally an issue on my jungle princess at home.
I just got triple bonus, and I only had 2,000 in bonus accumulated on a fairly long ball. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. It's crazy.
All right.
I plunged directly into the left out.
I almost did. It was
Eric's at about 55,000 right now.
55, yeah.
Great, ball five at 39,000.
Oh, jeez.
Yep, this is a good one for me.
I just want you to name it. And go home with that brand new TV that they had on the OK Showdown or whatever it was.
Nope. Alright, I think I'm gonna have 54,000.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, you can just let it go, I believe.
Yep,
Okay, perfect.
there we go. And as long as he doesn't get
That would
into
have
a
been
surprise
that would have been a
multi-ball.
crazy one for the blind 75. If my last bonus just took me over the 75. So 76,990.
Nicely done. Okay. That one goes off to Eric. Well played. Challenger scored.
Back and forth.
Yeah, look at that. 2-2. Price is Right winner, Chuck. Who started that poll?
I always did like that shit. I don't know. All I did was I looked at the results and it was 100% for me. I guess.
I mean, I would vote for
No
it.
faith in the host here.
Yeah. I like it. All right. Paul, what is the next objective?
Oh, that's an excellent question. Objective 5.
Ooh.
Collect a 7,000 point drop target.
I've never really heard
So-
that. I guess it's all right there on the
play field.
It's not completely obvious how to do it, but yeah, it says 7,000 when lit on the playfield clearly there. But
Okay. Eric, do you want to walk us through it?
sure. So first off, this is another thing we joked about during that tournament last weekend. Early Stern games seem to have an obsession with weird, oddly numbered, kind of valuable shots. Like you have it, like, why is this shot worth 7,000 points? Why isn't it like 5 or 10? Like 7 just seems like a very weird, prime, arbitrary number. There's another game, I believe it's, what is it, Magic maybe? It has in lanes that you can light for 9,000 points apiece. Nugent is another game where there's a 9,000 point shot. It just seems very strange to me. But anyway, to get the 7,000 point drop target, you have to hit the outer drop targets only. And if you do that without hitting down the center drop target, that light will light up. And then collect the center drop target to get your 7,000 points. And you can do that on either bank. So I believe are we lighting or are we collecting?
We are collecting.
Okay. Yep. So we got to snipe our way to get the outer drop targets down, and then it'll be clear as day. It'll light up that insert in front of the center drop target, and then just collect it.
And then just hit that drop target. Seems really easy, barely an inconvenience. We'll see what actually happens.
Yeah, I think whoever wins is going to have a little bit of luck with this one. So that's all right. Yeah, you just gotta. I'm thinking you get one lucky, and then you kind of get control and get that other one down, so you get it lit up. But yeah, the hardest part is just getting it lit, and then collecting it's not too bad.
By the way, that was Ice Ski Dude who voted for.
Oh, okay. I ski do. You know what? I would also have voted for Eric on that one for sure.
Yeah, it was a safe bet.
Yeah, Wolfman, do you guys even stars though? Wolfman, welcome to the stream. Wolfman has been asking for a stars stream for a while now. So this is
Ask and you shall receive.
Exactly. Higher Peanut, welcome to the stream. We are tied 2-2 right now, as you can see over the player cams to the left and right. And it is organized like left side of the screen is me over here with my playfield and my score, and then Eric's side is the right side over on the other side over here. That's Eric's playfield, player, and score screen as well. iSkiDoo, Cyborg Johnny, hello, and iSkiDoo. The current challenge is to light and collect on a 7,000 point drop target. Oh, great!
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. This one is timed. Can I do MPT3K's countdown on this one?
Go for it.
Okay. Feel the rhythm, do the thing, eat the stuff, and here's your bling. Plunge away. That was perfect.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. House ball.
Come on, baby. Back to me.
Okay. I've got one target. I'm going to go for the blue
damn.
target now. Close.
That worked.
Target. I'm doing good at hitting down the middle targets before they're lit. So.
Oh!
On the other hand,
You get
you were just lit for the 1,000 spinner.
I have 7,000 lit. I just sniped the hell out of it. If I can hit it, I've got 7,000.
Oh no!
Got it. Yes!
Nice work.
Dang!
That wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. It had to pass through the trough too.
Wow.
Dang, that's pretty impressive.
Thank you. All luck. Obviously, all luck at this point. Wow.
But yeah, that's a pretty cool feature for a game from 1979. Like I said, I was like if we were to do this for like other games from this year, I think it'd be kind of hard to come up with all these different challenges. There's just not much going on usually with these games.
Oh yeah, most of the. I mean, imagine we were playing Globetrotters. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot more to Globetrotters, but it seems like there's a lot more going on with Stars than there was with Globetrotters.
Yeah, like Globetrotters, you could do stuff like open up the right outlane gate or get a certain X bonus and collect globe. Obviously, would be one. Yeah, and then get a certain bonus thresholds. But outside of that, yeah, there's not. Yeah, like I said, some of these earlier games, it's hard, but it's like once you dig into Stars, it's pretty cool how much it's got going on.
God, and it has a great theme. I feel like it's silly. Honestly, I feel like it's silly, but I hate the themes from the late 70s and early 80s. But this one has that like modal in your bedroom as a kid of like the rocket ship going through space and passing all 9 planets that like rotate nicely.
Or if you had those like glow in the dark, like sticky like stars like on your ceiling.
Yep.
Yes,
a lot of kids
exactly.
Had those. I had those for sure. Yeah.
That's what this game reminds me of. There's a rocket ship right there, and it looks amazing. And there's a comet over here, and that back glass is gorgeous. I really dig the art on this game. The same thing with Meteor, which I think is also the same designer, right? Meteor, Stars, and then is it 9-Ball was the other one?
9-Ball was the other one. Well.
So he did that too. Now, who did Galaxy? Because that was like the other like space themed one. That might be Harry Williams.
Galaxy. That's another one where I like the theme. I'm not a fan of that game. Is that a wide body?
I've never.
It is not.
It's not okay.
It doesn't have traditional slings. It just has like these dead kind of bumpers down by the flippers. But then there's like slings kind of further up on the play field that kind of send the ball across, which is kind of unique. And they did that on other games like Flight 2000 where there's the typical slings, but then they also have these extra slings up the play field to kind of send the ball crazy. But yeah, it doesn't have traditional slings on Galaxy. It can play a little long, which is kind of a turnoff for me. And but yeah, it's not a bad game, but yeah, I definitely prefer Stars or Meteor to that one.
Yeah. Meteor is so much fun, especially anything that has a spinner and then you juice the spinner, so that way it's the most satisfying shot ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is super fun. By the way, Pink Ninja Man, welcome to the stream. Sorry, Paul, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, I was just playing Strikes and Spares earlier tonight.
Oh,
nice.
Ooh, speaking about other things that you were playing tonight, Paul is spending a decent amount of time at Pinball Jones, and
that's right.
Pinball Jones has the new Godzilla pin. What are your thoughts?
Ooh, nice.
I think it's great. I just like the way it shoots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's obviously there's room for improvement on the code.
That's at 0.8 right now.
Sure,
I think it was just released.
It just came out.
Yeah.
You expect them to be done with a game when
Well,
they try and sell it?
It's kind of interesting because I feel like this is the first new in box in maybe 4 or 5 releases where they weren't at 1.0 with their release. Like this came out earlier than the previous. It's going back to maybe Jurassic Park, I think, when we got the game at roughly like 0.7 or 0.8 on the code, and it didn't have the wizard mode, let's say.
Right. Yeah, no, you can tell that there's things that they're gonna fix, like whenever the magnet grabs the ball and it just holds onto the ball, and then maybe sometime today it'll release the ball so I can flip and play more.
It slows the game down a bit.
Yeah, it slows it very, very down.
Okay. Now, Eric, have you had an opportunity to play Godzilla yet?
I played it a couple times at those Wisconsin tournaments, but can't tell you. I know that I played it because my Insider Connected account says I did.
You
But
have values.
it was late. I'll just say that it was late. I probably had about 100 beers by that point.
How many
But
achievements do you have?
I don't know if I got any. That's how bad it was.
Oh,
Hold on,
boy.
let me see. Let's see here.
I'm up to 12 now. I just beat
Oh yeah, nice.
Titanosaurus tonight.
My buddy,
Okay.
my buddy Laser Lewis said that he's done with them all already, and he did them in the first night, so he's hoping to add more.
Wow. Okay.
Well, there's a few that he hasn't gotten, but he thinks it's just because they're not coded to the game yet, so it's not possible.
Got it.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't find. Where did I put?
iSkido is commenting
Oh,
that the .8 code was dropped this evening. So
Oh, yeah.
that just came out today. And I love that. It's so great. And on top of that, I think we're getting live Wi-Fi or wireless internet updates in the very near future here on Godzilla.
There we go.
Yep. From what I've heard, that's just an additional setting in the when you open the coin door. And
Ooh.
there's a net setting there.
How'd you do, Eric?
Two achievements.
Nice. 2 achievements. And what's your high
7.
score at? I'm curious.
I played the game once and got 7.5 million. So
Nicely done.
look out.
I wish you had a graphic to make it look like you just logged into Stern.
Oh my gosh, how great would that be? Yeah, like make it look like you just logged in. That would be awesome. Paul, what is our next objective?
Oh, excellent question, George. I'm so glad you asked. Objective 6 here. Back half of the course tonight.
Oh, baby.
Fully lit right spinner. Probably the toughest one. Right next to Collect Special.
Collect special, maybe. Okay. You
All
say
right.
that, but I'm gonna struggle with Price is Right 75,000 again. If I was a betting man, like Joe Hill was, Joe Hills was the other day with how do you get on Mandalorian. Eric, have you spent much time on Mandalorian?
Yeah, I know my way around it a decent amount. I don't have a ton of time on it, but I know enough, I guess.
Do you know how to get to the first multi-ball?
Yeah,
Just hit that center ramp, right?
the same way you get to the wizard mode for the multi-ball.
Exactly. That was kind of the joke. It's like some number of times on the center ramp to light the first multi-ball, and then some number of times to light the hurry up, then some number of times. It's all the same shot. It's got to be like 50 shots to get to the wizard mode, I think, on one shot for the entire
That
game.
that sounds about right.
Yeah. So, same guess that Joe made by the end of that. Like, to get to the wizard mode, do you hit that middle shot, that middle ramp shot?
Yep.
All right, George. So do you know how to fully load the and collect the right spinner?
I'm not. I don't feel comfortable enough to take the lead on this one. Eric, can you walk us through how to fully load the right spinner?
Sure. If you kind of pay attention to my play field, it's in attract mode right now. Once it builds the bonus ladder and lights up, all it lights up are the stars. So it's lighting up all this. These are spot targets around the play field, and they each have a color. So you have, depending on how faded your inserts are, you got yellow, you got pink, orange, green, and white. And they each have a corresponding insert in front of the spinner. And each one that's lit will add 200 points to the spinner's value. I don't know what the spinner's value is completely unlit, but once you have them all the stars lit, it adds 1,000 points to the spinner. It might be 1,200 a spin maybe. So like the other one's worth 200 a spin to start, so maybe that's the same on the right, and then it adds the 1,000 to that. But again, each target you hit, it'll light up in front of the spinner, so you basically need to hit all 5 targets and then hit the spinner.
Okay.
Which stand-up would you say is the most difficult?
Good question. For me, it's orange. You can't backhand it.
This guy.
Every other target, you can either backhand or fairly safely hit it with a forehand that's got some room for error. These guys over here, you can kind of get the ball, like you don't even have to hit the target straight on. If you hit the rubbers around it, it kind of bounces the ball into it. I can backhand the green one from the right flipper. Not the easiest shot in the world, but it can be done. So like anytime you can hit a target from either flipper, makes it a little bit easier. The white one, I can get fairly good at getting on the plunge. So even though it's hidden back there, yeah, the pop bumper, if you hit it, good on the plunge, it'll get your white right away. So
you do get spotted one of them randomly on the plunge,
correct.
Right?
So when you start when you start the game, oh bam, it gave me green. I always hope to have orange, so then that way I know confidently that it's not going to take me 10 tries to get, each of the rest of them. But again, you got to play controlled and get some lucky bounces to get the other ones lit. So, but yeah, each ball, a different star will be lit at the start of your ball.
Okay. Also, Wolfman, let's talk about Rush after this objective, because I'm kind of excited about Rush. But after this objective, we'll come back to that. Oh, I'm on ball 3, apparently. Sorry, need a second. I gotta restart. And we're good to go. All right. This is time-based. It's going to be, once again, ball, then time. So if I complete it faster than you, but I do it on the second ball, and you do it much slower, but on the first ball, Eric, you will win.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
I totally... Oh, sorry, we're fully loading the right spinner. I had a moment where I forgot what it was we were doing again. Okay, cool. Do you want to count us down, Paul?
Do you want to do the thing where the fight thing comes on the screen?
Yes. Sorry, let me try this. Let's battle. Didn't work.
Fight!
Oh, it did. That's
it just
right.
takes a
It's
little
delayed. Yeah, that one's totally delayed.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, plunge.
All right, so I think I got spotted this guy, and I just hit the green up there.
I just realized that spinner's only ever going to be worth 1,000. To give you a 1 star off the bat, that means the spinner's worth 200, and then when you get the rest, it's worth 1,000. So that makes more sense. All right. Gotta get that weight off the plunge. Nope.
All right, so I need to hit orange and yellow, the two really hard to hit shots.
Hit green while you're up there.
I already got green. Oh, I hit green. Again.
It does not look like it.
I had green. Oh, sorry, you gotta look at the stars. My lights under the spinner are questionable.
I see. Okay.
All right, ball 1 failed.
Wonder if we should get another poll going on how many games will this take.
To light up the...
works. Oh, come on, you dummy.
All right, so now I've got orange, which is nice. I'm going to go for these 2 side targets. There. Missed it.
Oh, baby. Oh, come on.
Right, that
I hit my last target. I saw it jiggle, but it didn't register. Oh. All right. Give me orange. Oh, there we go. I got orange on the plunge, so let's see if I can take advantage here.
George has orange. He also has green.
I have green, orange, and white. 2 more. I'm going to try and get the one you can't hit directly. You can only get off the plunge. Darn it. You know what? I'm doing it. Oh! I tried. Oh, no!
You get him lit?
No, but I did do the, was it a Kirk pass?
Kirk pass.
Yep.
Oh, and you are getting some emo explosion here, George.
What's going on? What just happened? Oh, Driftin8EZ, thank you so much for that follow. All right, we got it. Ball 5.
There we go.
Ball 5.
Damn it.
There's 1. That's not good.
Don't kill me. Damn it. Alright. My first game's dead.
All right, I got white. I just
I
need
don't need
green. I just need green. Get over there. Oh, no.
I'm getting better at orange now.
It
Alright,
looks like
so-
you have green. It's like
No, not
Alright.
up there.
Okay,
That's
okay.
No, I also need orange, darn it.
Oh, baby. I got them all lit.
Nicely done.
That's gonna hit the spinner.
Oh,
There we go.
all right. What ball did you do
ball
it
one
on?
of game 2.
Okay, I'm on ball 5, game 1. Oh my God, give me that green.
See if I can get some specials here. Ah.
Oh shoot.
He's got it.
Yeah, I think that's game.
Nicely done. Thank you so much, Driftin. That is appreciated. Eric Scott, game number. This was 5, right? Yeah, challenge. This was
yeah.
objective number 5. Ah,
I want to say it was objective 6.
Wait, was it 6? Because I feel like we're tied again.
oh
not get-
no, I did not give myself the score, the
Yeah.
point for 7,000.
Because you
I'm
got
sorry.
7, yeah, so we should be tied again.
I scored. Nope. Sorry, I have to give me 1 sec here because I have to give it enough of a gap.
It took me all that first game to find where the orange target was, and I finally hit it on the first ball of the second game.
I scored. There we go. Okay, so
One more
I got
time.
that.
Should be 3-3.
And now, yes, we should be 3-3. So now, Challenger scored. There we go. Okay, it worked.
Yeah.
Pink Ninja Man. Yeah, George didn't give him the. Okay, cool. Yep. Okay. 3-3, neck and neck, going into challenge number 7. This is interesting because I spent all of my time. Every time I do one of these battles, I try to do something new, where I add something to the format, right? And this time through, it was the intro video, was what I spent my time on, which was the intro video for Iron Pinball, like these formats going forward. So next time it's going to be a sudden death. Because we
nice.
always do 10 different challenges, but if we hit it at 5 and 5, there's got to be something special.
I don't think we've
Yeah.
actually shown the intro for Iron Pinball. Yeah.
We have not. We could take a break at some point, and I actually still have a beer. And it's like a 35-second intro. We'll hit it. Yeah, Pink Ninja Man. The voice commands are great. I have to work around something the next time. Right now, the voice commands are tied into the same microphone I'm using here. But what I actually think I need to do is hook up to wireless and set it up so that way voice commands can come through here. So that way I can stop speaking and like whisper into it to initiate a voice command. The voice commands are really nice though when I'm streaming by myself and I want to activate some actions that would be difficult to set up on buttons or something else.
Yeah, because it does not like my voice.
Well, yeah.
we sound so similar. It's very surprising.
It does not like Paul's voice. Ice-Ski-Doo says, it would be nice if you could add a trigger word for the voice command so it will trigger without the need for a delay. Right, like if you could use the word, there's... Pinbot or Google or something like that, you know, the ones that all the phones and all these other devices use so that way you don't have to wait for that weird delay right there before you say something. That said, Eric, going back to what Wolfman mentioned earlier, did you get to see the picture of Rush?
Well, the one that just kind of shows like a
That little
sliver of the.
Yeah, the sliver
Yeah.
of the side of the game.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's a few friends on another Discord channel that I don't know sometimes get wind of stuff and some of them were fairly certain that Rush was next from Borg, but I guess that was the first time that like somebody caught a glimpse of something like confirming it. And they did that. I don't know if you saw the subsequent picture where it's been photoshopped out of it. So
Totally photoshopped out, which seems to confirm it in my mind. That
right.
it was.
Oh, it 100% confirms it. They should have just left it and let people speculate. I mean, like maybe they were worried about licensors getting upset, but yeah, I mean that 100% confirms it.
Okay. So knowing that
so-
Rush is coming, what are your thoughts, Eric?
I like them a lot. I mean, I'm not a huge Rush enthusiast in that I don't celebrate their entire catalog, but like the staples I love. Like they're perfect for pinball, so I'm interested to see what they do with it. I'm not going to be one to get upset if the integration and how they do it isn't perfect, because again, I'm not a super fan, but I think they're great for pinball. So every time they've been brought up for bands that haven't been done yet, I think it's a fairly no-brainer in my opinion. I'm not into more of the heavy metal, so people clamoring for like Judas Priest and like other bands that are more on the heavy metal side, I'm not too much into. So I'm glad that they're
I'm in
doing
the same
Rush.
boat.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it's going to be super cool. I mean, Borg has done other music pins. He obviously did,
Metallica.
Metallica and Aerosmith and Kiss, and so yeah, I mean, he makes some good music layouts, and I know that Metallica's his favorite game, so he definitely gets into those. So yeah, I'm interested to see what the deal is. I don't know. Did somebody say in chat that Steve Ritchie started on this and left it unfinished? So I wonder if it's going to be like a Deadpool type thing where they redo it. Did they take it from where he left off, or what?
It sounds that way if the rumor is true. I believe it was Wolfman who had mentioned that this was originally a Steve Ritchie project, and now it's being taken over by, if I read correctly, Gomez
and Borg.
Okay.
Yeah, Gomez has been jumping in
hope
on mechanics, I think.
Okay. I always heard Borg on it even before, like somebody mentioned in chat that Steve Ritchie had started it, but maybe that was, they kind of knew a while ago that Ritchie was leaving, so they kind of like scrapped him from it and put Borg on it. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I also remember hearing when Steve Ritchie left, he said that he had 2 or 3 different Whitewoods.
Yeah, that was in the podcast with Jersey Jack, I think, right?
So that makes sense then. That and something else he had already started, because I do know they start that process, usually about at least 12 to 18 months before a game comes out. So
sure.
Now, knowing that this might be kind of like somebody else coming in and trying to finish what Ritchie did. A Frankenpin. Yeah, that's actually a really great way of putting it, Paul. Yeah. Were either of you guys a fan of Led Zeppelin? Or are a fan of Led Zeppelin?
I am a fan. I've only played the premium, and I think that's why I'm a fan. The premium is kind of from what I've heard from everybody, and I agree with this, it's the best one to get. It doesn't have the weird powder coating like the LE, and it's got that side ramp.
You don't like the blue and red like primary color? Oh, I love it actually. I couldn't tell you why. I'm not a big fan of blue and red combined together, unless of course they're actually combined into purple. In that case, I'm a huge fan.
The blimp, just the back glass for the blimp is just what sells it for me.
Okay. What's your thoughts on Led Zeppelin, Eric?
So I haven't had much time on the fully loaded version. My friends have the LE, and I've only played theirs once, and they don't have the updated spinner mech yet, so they're having issues with theirs. So I had like a lackluster experience with theirs because their spinner kept getting borked and not sitting properly all the time.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, if anybody, I'm a huge spinner fan. Like all the spinners in my house are juiced. Like you can just rip them for days. So I'm probably one of the only people that got excited about this major mech coming out of the playfield with a spinner and a magnet underneath it that throws it all different directions and grabs it, and you can charge up that those modes by hitting the spinner a bunch of times. I like that kind of stuff. So I agree that I think at the end of the day I'm gonna like that version more. Also with the side ramp, because it's just I've played the pro a decent amount, and it's kind of it's satisfying because they do a good job of making that shot very important at times. So even though it is a dead end, it's very important when you nail it, and it's very satisfying. It's kind of like the super jackpot shot on Maiden. It's
Right.
it's hard to hit, but they make you want to hit it because it's important, and so it's satisfying in that the reward you get for hitting it at a certain times is good. So, but to me, I just think the rules are very unique, and that's what kind of saves the game in my opinion. Because you look at it and it's like, yeah, it's a Richie. It's fast. It's a little flowy. I don't think it's as good of a shooter as a lot of his previous games, but still got that Richie feel to it. Where like once you get the shots down in, they feel nice. But I think the rules that Raymond Davidson and Tim Sexton kind of came up with for the game are very unique. So if you take the time to kind of learn them, you may or may not get into it more, but I think some people might get into it more. But just on the base level, the way that they just said, okay, pick a song, you're going to play this song, and you just hit the lit shots while the song's playing. And that's basically how the game works on a base level. And as the song goes on, the shots change. So even if you're doing crappy in the mode, the mode's advancing without you. So if you do well, great. But if you aren't, you're not kind of in this weird jail frustration. Hey, you did terrible in that phase of the mode. Now you're in the next phase. I like that automatic progression. It also adds to the kind of stress of, I got to do well because I know this part's about to end, and I think that's good for a music pin and easy for new players to approach. Like, there's not all kinds of stuff you got to explain to them. It's just pick your favorite song, hit the lit shots, and good things will happen. But then there's also that depth that you can get into later if you want to.
Sure.
But again, it's not much to look at. So it's like Game of Thrones or like Stranger Things Pro, where people I think are writing it off a little too early, and it might kind of pick up steam down the road once people get to spend more time on it. Not one I'm rushing to buy, even though I am a big Led Zeppelin fan. I love all their music. I've been listening to it forever. But yeah, so
Okay.
it's not like oh my gosh, I have to have this. This is going to be a keeper, type game. But it could definitely be, one of my rotators. Have it in, learn it, kind of move it on type
Figure it
games.
out
I
and
do
move
have fun
on.
with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think its best argument is, I've played it a couple times in Denver, the premium, and I've watched Laserlos play it considerably. And he usually just the second layer of the code. I don't pretend to know it, but I know it's a lot about combos. And Richie is the combo king.
Yep.
And that side ramp just adds to the flow.
It adds so much to the flow.
For sure.
So that's I'm sticking by the premium. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
Okay.
I said from the beginning, if you put that, even though I love that spinner mech, you put that side ramp on a pro, like it's just a tiny, small change, but would elevate it so much more.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny. I'm kind of excited about Stern making this move where the premiums and LEs play easier or more, that there's more continuity or more flow in their premium and LEs, right? Like Star Trek made the game a little bit easier in the premium and LE with the fact that you didn't have the variability of the saucer kick out. You get the continuity on that right ramp as opposed to the kick out.
Black Knight's Sword of Rage is a
Way
very
easier.
good argument for
Oh
with
no,
the
that
upper
game
play
slows
field.
down
You
drastically.
can play it for days.
Yeah.
You can play it for days with that upper play field. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for more of that. I disliked Avengers and how difficult it got with the Marvel ramp edition and
Very hard.
yeah, it just there's a ton of rejects and unfortunately it goes down the middle. And then same thing with Stranger Things. Although I am talking
Suffers the same way.
to the one person I've ever seen stream a Stranger Things whose telekinesis lock doesn't fail 90% of the time. I think it actually succeeds 90% of the time.
Yeah, it's frustrating, and the Marvel ramp's the same. It's a combination between setup, the flippers getting tired, any shot that just needs like, that perfect flipper power and perfect adjustment, like the moment, like that's when all this flipper fade, conversation started coming to play. Is you just didn't have these shots over the years that just were so dependent upon perfect flipper performance, and now you do, and people are starting to realize that, oh hey, like now I understand why, like on this game, after I play it forever, I can no longer backhand shots as easily as I could. Well, that's because the flippers are fading and you didn't know it before, but now you know. So like way back in the day, there's all kinds of goofy stuff people would do at tournaments to keep those flippers cool so you can still make shots all day. Huge example is Whirlwind. That side ramp, if you don't have perfect upper flipper power, it struggles. Yeah. So like people put fans inside the game, so people thought this whole like flipper cooling fan system was like a new idea. It's not. It's just not many people played games long enough to see that happening on previous games. And again, these newer mechanisms people are using is very temperamental on those big steep ramps in the back of Avengers. It just becomes very hard to combo those after the flippers heat up a little bit. So yeah, it's just a frustrating combination of setup and keeping those coils cool.
I do want to throw out iSkidoo, by the way, making references to people and names. I have no idea. So yeah, iSkidoo nailed it. No one knows what I'm talking about. Between Bubbles, Ricky, and Julian are going to want this pin for sure. Also, Ricky can kidnap Alex Lifeson to get it autographed. I feel like those are members of the band, Bubbles, perhaps?
No, Bubbles, Ricky, and Julian are from Trailer Park Boys. You guys don't watch that show?
I have never seen Trailer Park Boys.
It's a Canadian, I guess, sitcom, whatever you want to call it. It's just about a whole bunch of hillbillies that live in a trailer park in Canada, and
the name really says it all.
Yeah.
There's like probably 12, 13 seasons of it.
Oh wow.
And yeah, it's just one you can get into. The characters are great, and yeah, it's solid for sure.
iSkidoo did also mention, I'm shipping my LE to you, Eric, so you can fix my telekinesis and then send it back. Thanks in advance.
Yeah, bring it on over. I feel so bad for people that, and I don't blame them. I mean, it's a process, and it's not guaranteed even, like I've helped people when they've responded to me and said, hey, this helped a lot, blah, blah, blah. But hell, even mine, like I had a league over, we were playing it all day, and then all of a sudden it started missing, on those magnet locks. I mean, I got in and found exactly what had caused it right away. But yeah, I mean, even with mine that I spent all that time to make it work, it's not perfect at all times, you still got to kind of keep at it.
Right. You got to keep maintaining it. Last thing before we
cool, but yeah.
Before we get moved on to the to the next objective, iSkidoo says that Trailer Park Boys is a prequel to Letterkenny.
It is.
It is.
I mean, well, not technically, but it's Canadian low budget sitcom.
Okay. They're very similar in their genre and target.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. So I need to check that out then. Okay. I've heard about that multiple times and I haven't seen it. Okay.
Yeah, Letterkenny is awesome. So knowing that they're similar, now I've got to go the other direction and check out Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we need something to cover up your score this time, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, I gotta go find something. Oh, you know what?
Perfect.
Actually, let's show a TPN commercial while we're figuring this out. And at the same time, I have to use the bathroom so bad right now. I've drank 2 beers.
As do I.
So multiple bathroom breaks. Guys, we will be back in roughly about 2 minutes or so, and we'll find a way to cover up the score. If you hit mute and then go to commercial number 4, that should give us roughly about 2 minutes. Have you been inundated with ads and questions related to TPN's now famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings? Questions like,
TPN's pinball pudding is so good, it must be illegal, right?
What the fuck is pinball pudding?
How can a collection of content creators also be a pudding? That makes no sense.
And we hear you.
You want to know what makes TPN so special? The answer is in TPN's secret ingredient. Simply proof. Other puddings may say they have it too, but watch as they're unable to back those statements up.
Well, I'm not a crook.
Do we have evidence of that?
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Evidence? Evidence?
Richard, do I have a mark on my face?
Right here. Not here or here so much, but right here.
That's evidence.
We built this city on rock and roll.
Again, request for more evidence.
You can't handle the truth.
Do we have evidence of that?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Evidence?
Sought TDI clean diesel with up to 814 highway miles per tank.
Do we have evidence of that? Evidence?
Isn't it time you gave TPN's famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings a try? And check your local retailers for these amazing original and fantastic new flavors from TPN's famous homemade pinball pudding line of puddings. You asked and we listened. Each TPN pinball pudding package is packed with our special ingredient. The proof is truly in the pudding.
Welcome back. I just made it in time, and I got a towel over the score, so this should work. Eric, how you doing?
We actually did a fun thing after our pinball league where, have you guys heard of the critical hit cards for pinball?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I have.
So they're decks of cards that Carl D'Angelo made. If you're familiar with him, he's IE Pinball on Twitch. Basically, it's a variant to pinball tournaments where you give everyone a handful of cards and they all have different abilities. One of them is you can play it on someone's game and they have to cover the scores for the whole game. And you play, and then however the scores fall, they fall. But I have these perfectly sized moving blankets that just kind of drape over the back of the back box and cover the whole thing perfectly without being too bulky. And yeah, so it just reminded me of that when I was covering this up. So
Okay.
Yeah, George has got something similar going on.
Totally similar. Perfectly sized. It happens to also be a beach towel.
You would love Critical Hit. It's like mixing D&D with pinball.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So it's cards, and it's just going to be super chaotic, though. So don't expect just because you're good at pinball.
You run the round, everybody's in groups playing games, and then people will play cards to say, hey, I don't want to be in this group, put me in another group, or bring a random player into our group and kick this person out because they always kick my ass.
Oh, that's awesome.
You can at
or
the end
you're
of the
gonna play my extra ball.
Yep. At the end of the round, you can say, I play this card, I get one more ball in this game, because let's say you're really close to winning, you can say, boom, I get one more ball to add to my score, or I get to swap scores with you, or like, if you're playing a strikes match.
Swap scores.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to block a strike for this round, no matter what, like that kind of thing,
So is there some sort of a level up aspect to it, or are the card distribution, is it random?
I think it's just random.
The card and the rules are fairly here's a deck of them. The rules are fairly loose in that you can kind of like adapt the game however you want to.
Yeah.
But he does have a Google Doc that anybody can look at to see what his original rules for the decks are supposed to use. And so basically what I do is you pass out a handful to everybody to start with, and then let's say you're doing a strikes tournament. So it's bad if you get a strike, obviously. But if you get a strike on a game, you also get to pick a new card from the pile.
Oh, okay.
So the people that are doing worse are also building their hand. But, like, we played recently, there's a card you can play where you switch your hand with somebody else.
Nice.
So if you see somebody sitting there with a ton of cards, you're like, shit, I want that, and you only have one maybe because you played some, you can swap with them, and now you get all these extra cards, even though you could be doing well in the tournament. So that's a big one to have. But anyway, it's pretty fun.
All right, so we can't see the score as close to 75,000 without going over.
All right.
We might lift your towel up just a touch here, by the way.
My towel? It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Close enough.
All right, you want to get your fight graphic up on the screen?
Let's battle.
Fight!
You want to count us down?
Absolutely. Here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1, plunge. I think it's been a little minute since we mentioned it. The goal here, chat, is to get as close to 75,000 without going over. And this time, our competitors are playing blind here. They gotta
Very blind.
just kind of get a feel for what their score is, or just keep a very good track of what's going on. But, I mean, try and keep track of how many spins you get every time you rip the spinner.
Jesus. I might be on ball 4 or 5 already. And I have nowhere near 75,000, I guarantee it.
I'm on ball 2, and I'm guessing I have 20 or 30 at this point.
Yeah, you got a pretty good spinner rip, but I'm not sure you had at least one.
Yeah, unless it was juice, it's not gonna... Wow.
Okay.
Oh, it bricked on the drop targets.
Also, iSkidoo suggests skipping seasons 1 and 2 of Trailer Park Boys. Well, that sucks.
I mean, it's like if you like low budget stuff, it's extremely low budget early on. Like, and I can't quote specific things from the first couple seasons, but yeah, it's extremely low budget for the first little bit there. So
okay,
once
I'm
they
at
got
ball
picked
5.
up, I think I might be on ball 5 as well. I definitely don't care at all about where I'm at right now, because I knew I had plenty of room, but...
Yeah, George might be over. Who knows?
I could be over. I had a pretty good ball.
All right, I won't reveal mine, but I'm definitely under. I might be at 35,000.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Critical Hit, Eric. I really kind of in love with the different ways of playing pinball that Carl comes up with. I think my favorite one, I'm a little biased, was Walker Dollars. Walker Dollars.
Oh, no, that one. Thanks. I don't know if I played that.
It's specifically for Walking Dead, and the loser has to pay the winner. Here's the reveal. George is over.
Did he go over?
I went over 88.6.
Oh, well, you're in deep doo-doo, because like I said, I almost guessed my
30.
I was like, I'm probably 30,
Very nice.
35,000.
Very nice guess.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Better be lucky than good sometimes, I guess.
Challenger scored.
All right, Challenger takes the lead, I think. What, 4-3?
4-3. Looking good. And it's also 10:45. We've got 15 minutes here before our scheduled end. And I know you're in EST or Eastern time. Is that right, Eric?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So we don't want to keep you much later than 1
right.
o'clock a.m.
I have a very mindless day of work tomorrow, so it's no big deal at all. So
Okay, cool. In that case, Paul, what is our next objective?
Oh, that's an excellent question, George. Objective number 8 is high score again.
High score? Okay. I'm feeling better about a high score game now, at the very least.
Yeah, our first high score challenge went fairly quickly.
It did.
Yeah.
So now you guys are a little warmed up.
Yeah, I like how we split that up, Sue, especially for you, George, because you haven't had as much time on this game. I feel like in that span from the first game to now, you kind of have more of an idea of what you want to.
I actually
do
have
on your game.
yeah, I'm not just trying to survive now. I'm like, well, I guess I'm going to hit those targets over there and light that spinner. Or might go over here, hit the banks and get the bonus lit. Yeah, in fact, I'm going bonus first. I feel like that's my go-to right now. This is not a timed challenge, so we can start whenever we like.
All right.
And good luck.
You too.
Have you heard of Walker Dollars before, George?
What is it?
Playing Walker Dollar games?
No. What is a Walker Dollar?
Well, you've heard of dollar games, right?
Yes.
Where everyone, you might have hopefully you have a group of 3 or 4. Everybody puts a dollar in the coin door, and whoever comes out on top takes the pot. With Walker Dollars, it is played on The Walking Dead, and the pot is based on, you're not really going for score anymore, you're going for number of Walker kills.
Oh, that's cool.
And the kicker is that the whoever the immediate loser is has to pay the immediate winner the difference in Walker kills in dollars.
Wow.
Okay, that seems like that could actually get a little on the expensive side.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I
We
own
definitely
Walking
need to
Dead,
do that.
and I've suggested it to a few people, and nobody wants to.
I will definitely play that.
Nobody wants to play against me.
That is great.
Until you say, okay, well, what if we reduce it down to quarters? Instead of $1 for the difference,
You can totally do that.
Let's cut it at the knees, and make it not so intense. But it's the immediate winner pays the difference to, the immediate loser pays the difference to the immediate winner. So if you're second place or let's say you're player 3, and there's a huge gap between player 1 and 2. It's kind of in your best interest to get just under that next player, because then you only owe them $1, whereas they owe the next player more like 20. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't know if I gave it justice.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely cool. And like you said, you can adjust it. So yeah, if you want to do quarters instead of dollars, it's obviously easy to do.
Yeah, most of the players around here are they like their money, so it's more like nuts or potato chips maybe. We'll play for Cheez-Its.
Oh, I should have trusted.
I'm 115K through 2 balls.
Oh my god, I'm on ball 4 at 74 and thought I was doing okay.
I got my first shitty one, so
okay.
117 through 3.
So what's your strategy this time, George? Load up that spinner?
That's what I would love to load up the spinner.
It's also kind of hard.
Oh god.
I love how you guys also both have different colored rubbers. It's very that came out wrong.
like team oriented.
Yeah, it's very
Blue
contender.
Oh no, Marv, welcome to the stream. How you doing? The comeback, Wolfman. It's for real. This is where it's happening.
But no, George is in the red shorts and Eric's in the blue. It's kind of cool.
Get up there.
Can I hit that orange shot? No, I cannot. Nope.
I'll take that on ball.
Nope. That is game. You, sir, have this one. 91,000. Dalton wants to do a tap pass.
All right, Dalton, I'll do one for you. We'll have to do it next game, Dalton.
Next game. It is red versus blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I had my 7,000 drop target lit, but didn't collect it.
Challenger scored. Uh-oh. All right. Eric is taking this. Yeah. Eric's got 2 on me here. All right, what is our 8th objective? Nope, that was
there's
8.
only 9 objectives left. George, you have to get both of these to tie.
Oh, nice. All right, collect special. This one, this is the thing. Eric, can you walk us through this?
Sure. There's 2 ways to collect special on stars. I'm not quite sure how George's is set up. It sounds like the last owner gave his game a lot of love, so I assume they set it up right. But either way, you can collect special whether it's worth 100K or not. Anyway, the good way to have special set up is make sure your game is set to award 100,000 points for each special collected. You can do that 2 ways. You can collect all 5 stars. We talked about that earlier. That juices the right spinner, but it also lights one of the 5 stars targets for special. The big red insert right next to where the star is. Only one will be lit, and it will travel via the spinners. You'll see if you rip a spinner, the red light will kind of travel around the playfield, or each time you hit a bonus advance switch, it will move that red light to a different target. So if you're trapped up and special is lit and you want to move it somewhere else, you can either hit the spinner or strategically hit another target or something that advances bonus to get it to a different spot that you're more comfortable with trying to collect. Coolest thing about special, when you collect it for the 100,000, there's only one chime in the chime box that's never used except for one instance, and that's when you collect special. It claps the 10,000 chime 10 times in a row, and it sounds awesome. It's a real deep sound, and like I said, it only gets used for collecting special.
Okay.
The other way to collect special is to drop targets. So you have to hit down, you have to get double bonus, you have to get triple bonus, and then you have to hit the set of 6 drop targets down 2 more times, I believe. It doesn't happen often, but you can do that. So just keep that in your back pocket for if you notice, holy shit, I've hit down a bunch of drop targets. So your special will light in front of the drop targets red, and if that's lit up, the next set you knock down, and every set after that will be worth 100,000 points.
Wow.
So that's the thing too, is if you're hitting that red target, there's not just one. After you collect one, it'll go to a different one, and you can just keep collecting it. So the reason why my high score is 865 on here is because I collected 3 or 4 of those on one ball. Yeah, so it's pretty sweet if you can get that going.
Okay. Whew, this seems like it's going to be tough. So are you going drop targets then, Eric, or are you sticking with the targets?
I'm definitely going stars.
Okay.
I'm definitely going stars, and then if the drop targets just kind of happen and I get close, then I might switch. But I always start with doing the stars, because if you think about it, you only need to make 4 shots to light it, 5 shots to collect. It could take 20 shots to get all those drop targets down.
Okay. Ooh, Dalton dropping 75 bits. Dalton, you're amazing. My hat's off to you. Thank you so much. Oh, but those are for Eric.
We'll ship you 3 quarters.
That's all right. You can give me that like 30 or 40 cents, whatever that amounts to later.
Are you going to be at Expo, Eric?
I am not. I have too much work going on this year, but I hope to be back next year.
Okay. All right, guys, let's do this. This one is timed, right? It's the first one to get there, but with same situation. If you do it on an earlier ball than the other person, you'll you win. And Dalton is going to be at Expo. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Yep, Dalton's gonna win the big tournament there, so I look forward to seeing that.
Okay. Wait, is the big tournament the? It was the one that you actually got me to join. It was the Olympics, the Pinball Olympics.
Oh, that's just a sidebar on Saturday to take a break and leave, and that's awesome. Like, that's incredible. But the big tournament I'm talking about is run by Trent Augenstein from Tilt Amusements. He has this giant bracket, and people play in it all weekend. So it's pretty sweet.
Okay.
Awesome.
You want to count us down?
Did you want your fight graphic?
No. Let's battle.
Fight!
I do love that fight graphic. All right, now do you want to count us down?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, plunge.
Not a good start. Not a good start, Bert.
All right, there's one. I got one light. Oh, that felt good. That felt really good.
Oh, I hit that. Oh, God.
Okay, we're cool. Ball 1's done. We're on to ball 2. I did not get there.
Eric beat you to ball 2. You got to ball 2 way faster.
Oh, I'm on ball 3. You're gonna need to step up the sucking to get to my level. Oh.
Why isn't that a challenge, George? Get to ball 2. Who can get to ball 2 faster?
Need orange.
All right, so I've got that one. I need orange. Orange is such a hard one to hit.
Oh, okay. I got orange on the plunge. Let's see if I can do some work here.
Got it.
Jesus. All right, I'm on game 2.
I think I have them all lit. Oh my God!
You do.
Oh, God!
It's the one in the back. I think the white one in the back was lit.
No!
Start over.
All right, that's fine. We're good. We can do it again. Oh, it gave me orange off the plunge. This is the
nice.
one that was there.
That's the one you gotta take advantage. Damn, I'm not
house ball.
Getting some crappy bounce here. Alright, I got orange on this plunge too. I'm on ball 3 of game 2.
Yeah, Dalton, you're gonna see all sorts of cool saves on this.
Oh
game.
my God!
It's great.
All right, it's cool.
Oh.
I got white.
I wasted my orange. That's what's kind of cool about putting this on 5-ball too. You'll experience getting like basically all the stars at some point on the plunge.
Now
I'm already on all 5 of game 2.
Eric, is Stars typically played as a 3-ball game or 5? Because I've kind of
3, because people are too strict with the whole. If it's not an EM, if it doesn't have manual reels, you put it on 3-ball. If it's digital scoring.
Yeah, I think I heard this same thing for Meteor as
Twice!
well. It's an early solid state set it to 3.
God damn.
Twice!
As I've become, did you get it?
No, it was lit. It was an easy one. It was on green.
Oh shit. But as I've become more experienced as a tournament director, all I've cared about is how long a game takes. Yep. I don't care when it was made. I don't care what the tradition is. If a 4-player match of pinball takes 12 minutes or less, that's way too fast and it's way too hard. And that's what was happening with my stars. So I turned it to 5-ball. Now it's taking 20 to 25 minutes, just like all the other games are. So your tournament rounds only go as fast as your slowest game. So
sure.
If your slowest game takes 25 minutes, why wouldn't you want every game to take that long? You know, it's pointless to make a game go that fast when you're just gonna be waiting and frustrating the players. So, yeah.
Yeah,
I base it on how long a game takes, not when it was made.
This game is getting
All
rough
right,
on me.
I'm about to finish game 3 right here.
I think that's an excellent point. I run a lot of our local events here. Like nothing quite as big as Cincinnati or anything like that. Just our local enthusiasts.
Yeah.
And for example, I don't think there's a whole lot of events that you're gonna find games like Simpsons or Lord of the Rings in there, because they're long players.
They're long players, and if you make them hard, you have to make them too hard, and it frustrates players. So you just might as well not use them.
Yeah, and what's the point of playing if it's not, fun? To some extent.
Oops.
Yeah. The Lord of the Rings I played at Pinball, I got less than 1 million points on it. That's how hard they have to set it up, and it's just not fun. Damn it. I'm about to get through game 4 right now.
Oh,
I'm
my
on
gosh.
ball 3 to game 4.
Ball 4, game 2 over here.
Alright.
Alright, got 2. Oh, and it gave me orange. Okay, white.
Oh, come on.
Dalton's getting Pin Clash vibes, or actually it's more like PTSD.
Yeah.
There we go, we got white. Okay, we just need green. We just need green. That is a doable shot from the flipper I have. Got it. Oh! No, I hit green.
Welcome to pinball. They don't always register.
There we go, I got it. I don't have... There we go. Oh, and it's green again for the special. Let's do it. Oh! Hit it! Hit it!
You'll hear that sound. It'll be the... What is it?
Bum,
10,
bum, 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 bum.
10 little clumps.
Yeah. Man, my I can't believe I'm not tilting.
It moved. Now it's on the white shot. Darn it. Oh my god, I hit that green so perfectly.
Very nice use of the post there, George.
Get
Sorry?
that green. Oh no.
I said
God,
you had a good use of the post.
Oh shoot, it moved again. Oh, there it is. It's right here. I can hit this shot.
All right,
Got it. Yes!
You got it?
I got it.
Nice work. I didn't even come close, and I was on like my 5th game.
It definitely did not give me 100,000 points though.
No, we need to change the setting on your
We need to
game
change the
because
setting
that
to give me
sound is
100,000.
way
Oh, yeah.
more appealing than getting a free
That's
game. on
basically
game
like
that
the
you own.
games like Wizard Mode / Jackpot. Like it's so awesome. It's awesome.
Dalton, I got the clunk. It definitely, when I hit that shot, it slapped something in the head.
Yeah, George got the knocker.
Knocker. There you go.
Because his game is.
Like I said, it
set
should
to-
be it should be a real deep tone on the chime box. It's the only time that singular chime is used.
Okay.
So yeah, when you switch it to points, it'll do that.
Oh, did it award me a free game?
It did.
Probably,
yeah.
yes. That's why the knocker went off instead of.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's totally lame.
That is very lame. So I need to go in there and fix that.
Yeah, dude, that makes the game. It's sweet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. There's George has been asking me if I'll help him replace his
No.
playthrough.
I don't want you to help me. I just want you to do it.
I help him out by doing all of the work and
Well, so yeah, if you need to know, like, just go on Internet Pinball Database and the manual's on there. Just find where you need to change the and if you can't find it, let me know. I'll find it for you and send you a screenshot or something.
Okay. I scored.
All right, Dalton. See you, man. Okay, so it's coming down to the last one, right?
Last
yeah,
one.
Yeah, to tie.
I gotta hold my lead here.
We're not gonna let you score.
No, yeah. What's that here? I scored. No, it didn't work again. Sorry, you have to give it like a full 2-second delay. It's kind
I
of.
heard it say I scored.
Hold on. That was me.
Yeah, George is giving
okay.
a voice command to get the point
Oh,
up
sorry.
on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I scored. There it goes. Okay, cool. 4 to 5. Cool. The last. It's really cool right up until you actually have to say it, and I didn't do it right. I need a second microphone that's hooked up just to that, so that way it's not triggered by you guys as well.
Well, in truth, the command worked fine before, and then George made it worse because he just likes to brag.
Right. I purposefully kept saying it too quickly so I could just keep saying I scored a bunch. Yeah. Janelle, welcome to the stream. The mic sound is giving me 1980s movie feels, i.e. Top Gun, Return of the Jedi, #love. Thank you. And by the way, Dalton left. Dalton, have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out. And this is it, the grand finale. I have the opportunity to tie or to lose. Paul, what is our last objective?
Oh, excellent question, George. Objective 10 is max bonus.
Oh.
Okay. Eric, I'm going to need you to explain this one because I am clueless as to how to achieve this.
Okay, so there's a bonus ladder in the middle of the playfield. If you look at my game, it's kind of counting up. So it starts at 1,000. It actually starts at 0 bonus. Once you hit a bonus advance, it'll advance you to 1. Various features on the game will advance the bonus. Any star target that we've learned to shoot all game will advance bonus. There are 2 button rollovers, one in the middle of the playfield here, one at the top of the playfield by the top pop bumper. But the trick is there, every other bonus advance, it will turn the light underneath that on and off. So it won't always advance your bonus. So if it's unlit and you roll over it, it will light it. And then if it's lit, it'll advance bonus and then turn off. So I think it's so that you can't have that pop bumper just keep hitting that target and then keep advancing your bonus. But again, you want to aim for stars. You want to aim for the button rollovers. Also down below your lanes, whichever lane it alternates between the out lanes and the in lanes, whichever one's lit, and that will advance your bonus as well.
Can
so,
you shats in this in order to grab your bonus that way?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you totally can. And I believe the maximum bonus is 19, so it'll advance to 10. 10's light will stay on, and then it'll start going up the ladder again until it gets to 9, and then you're done.
Okay, so this is one 5-ball game, and it's our biggest bonus, I'm guessing, during that 5-ball game, or is the goal to get to 19?
That's a good question. I think 19's a pretty stiff task. I would say it's equally as hard, if not harder, than doing the collect special.
Okay.
So it's up to you. I mean, I'm fine with doing either. You know, we play a 5-ball game, and whoever gets, the
highest bonus.
The highest bonus. I guess we'll say unmultiplied because,
Right. You could double and triple it.
Right, because the point of this, I think, is to learn advancing the bonus and doing that as efficiently as you can. So, it's really easy. Just pay attention to the center playfield lights and try and call it out too.
Okay.
Like as you play, like, oh, I just got X on that ball, or I got Y on that ball. So, yeah, let's just do that for a 5-ball game, and then whoever is able to build that bonus ladder up the most unmultiplied will take it.
Okay. Sounds good. 5-ball. Here we go. And this is not timed again, right? This isn't. Yeah, this is just you play at whatever speed you want.
Yep.
Let's battle.
Do it.
Fight.
All right.
Good luck, Eric. Plunge. Good luck, man. No. Oh, I got.
That was a 2,000 pointer.
I just got 8,000, so that's the bonus to beat right now. God damn, my pointers are leaving me.
I'm at 4. Okay, so hitting that star, all of the stars will advance.
Any star, yep.
So I'm at 6,000. Oh, I'm at 10.
Nice.
Oh, nope, I'm at 11,000. Can you hit an already lit star to continue advancing it?
Yes.
Okay. Apparently 12,000 is my max. So far.
That's
that
solid.
was ball 2.
Oh, God.
I'm at 7,000 already. I'm gonna try shatzing.
Yeah. Lovely.
Oh, that was cool. So how do I get it to light to light the inlane one?
I believe
advance the bonus one more time. Each
Ah.
time you advance. I'm at 12,000 right now. What's the
12?
All right, 12's it. Yeah. All right, I'm at 13. Ooh, I'm at 16.
Alright. Whew.
Oh, look at that rip.
I'm at 10,000 right now. Let's see if I can shats.
I'm at 17. 17 is what I got on that ball.
George is at 11 currently. 12.
Whew, I'm at 12, and you said you made it to 17 on that ball?
Yes, sir.
You got the chest winglet. That works too.
That'll work. I'm at 15.
Oh, shit. This is a cool challenge.
This is a really cool challenge. I'm at 17. I'm at 18.
No way.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm at 19. I maxed it.
Dang. Alright, I'm down to my last ball to get 19.
Okay, George, now can you get, you're at double bonus.
Yeah, that could be a tiebreaker, I guess.
You can crank
To go
up
double?
You already have double. Can you increase it to triple bonus?
Okay. Oh, shoot. Does it go from right to left? Oh, I have to tap pass. Janelle, have a great night. Gonna try and get a full night's sleep. Hope you all do too. Thank you for the helpful reminder. Nope. Oh my god! I got triple!
I was trying to alley pass to get the dance and I drained it. Nice work. We're tied.
We are tied! Yes!
Is this your first sudden death?
This is my first sudden death, yeah, and I don't have the graphic and the setup for it. Ah, I scored. All right, here we are, 5-5 going into sudden death. Now, Eric, we did talk about this as a potential eventuality, and do you remember we came up with one of two different options? Do you have a preference as to either you can't trap up and high score game, or it was play one-handed high score game?
For one-handed, but since you came back on me, I'll let you call it.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I am not good at one-handed gameplay. I don't know why. I always forget that I can move my hand. So I'm gonna go with on-the-fly gameplay, no trapping up.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. I'm gonna restart the game here. This is it. This is what it comes down to. 5v5 going into it. And this is the really weird match. Standard high score, all 5 balls. I've lost every high score game that we've played so far. Just throwing
kind of on the honor system here, but yeah, no trapping.
Yes, no trapping. Also, not timed, but Paul. Do you want to count us down? Regardless, anyways.
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, plunge.
Eric, good luck.
Good luck, man. This is really fun.
Gotta remember not to trap up. Oh no! Okay, that's fine. Solid ball 1. Loving where the game's head is at.
Just imagine I got no hole flippers going on quads.
Right? Oh no!
Now, George, if you haven't won any high score challenges, but you've won the more complex ones like highest bonus, or just go for those objectives.
Don't do that. Yeah.
It'll help you get a higher.
Not good. You're 2 balls. I'll take it.
Oh man, there goes ball 3. I have just barely cleared 20,000. How is Eric doing? Oh, good. Okay.
Ball 3 as well.
I'm at 36 through 3 balls.
Okay. Yep. Oh no! Game. Be a friend. This is it. This is it. Ball 5.
George is currently at
wow,
29.
you dummy, quit it in post.
Oh, no, you got it. Oh.
Yeah?
Eric, you
Eric's
got it,
got it.
man. I could
All
not
right.
get anything going. Excellent game. Excellent.
Yeah, that was great. That was fun.
Challenger scored.
Came down to the wire.
Came down to the wire. That was awesome. And on top of that, this game, Stars, is just such a great competitive game. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why people get it for cheap, and especially if they play in a lot of tournaments or run a lot of tournaments like me. Like, I mean, my game's pretty dumpy. Like the first time I turned over the playfield in this thing, like half the inserts fell out. Like, I mean, but it plays great. I mean, the cabinet looks like hell. My back glass isn't that great, but like, I'll probably never sell it. I mean, like this game's just too much fun.
It is a lot of fun, and it's weird. The Steve Kirk. So back at this time, did the playfield designer also do the rule set, or was that usually broke up between multiple people like it is today?
That's a good question. You typically only see like designer on these games. It might be best to look at Pinball Database and see what that says.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say it was between two different people.
Two different.
Well,
Okay.
Well, while you guys are talking,
Yeah,
Because the layout's cool. It's a nice setup. Obviously, the art on this is fantastic. I was talking about that earlier. But the fact that somebody came up with this rule set in the late 70s, I think it was 1979?
Yep, 79.
Seraph says it's probably an
Yeah,
Elwin.
it's probably an Elwin. I know Elwin likes this game, so yeah. No, it's yeah, that's. I think it just kind of like until the rule sets got a little bit more complex, you didn't really see people even wondering who did the rules, because it was kind of like they had a lot of rinse and repeat stuff, and they just kind of like would combine certain rules in different ways, and yeah, so it's kind of more of a modern game type thing where you wonder, okay, who was designer, who was
On the
coder, kind of
software,
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all Steve. Art by George Obregon.
Obregon, and then Steve did the layout and the rules.
It just says designer.
Okay, that's how it is.
According to IPBD, that's hard to say.
IPDB.
Yeah, that one.
IP
Internet
telemetry.
Pinball Database.
Yeah, IPBD.
Chaotic Texas, by the way, sponsored by Bush Latte. That was fun to watch. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, Bush Light. Got it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I keep it classy down here in Kentucky, so.
Heck yeah. Well, Eric, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I know it's late by you, and thank you for kicking my butt, and then also explaining to me how to play the game, and hopefully to everybody else if you were unfamiliar with it. I now know so much more about the game.
Yeah, I think that was a good way to learn the game too. We kind of hit everything the game has to offer, and yeah, and as a player, concentrating on a specific aspect really helps you, I think, determine, okay, what's my best path to kind of attack this game.
Right. Captain Spam also a little upset. Geez, where were these people playing pinball when I lived in central Kentucky? So...
Yeah, come back, man. We're here in droves now.
It looks like Ice Key.
Alan McNeil, if you go further down the IPDB.
More than I do.
Wow, that is hard to say really quickly. IPDB page.
IPBD.
IPDB. Yeah. So we're throwing out there, Eric does have an amazing Stranger Things LE. I don't know when it's going to happen, because next week is Expo. But at some point, Eric, I do want to challenge you on Stranger Things, because I feel fairly competent on Stranger Things. I think that would be a really good battle.
Chaotic Texas.
That'd be fun. Just let me know. We're working out of time. So.
Yeah, and now we've got all the tech set up, right?
You just
that makes it so much easier.
By the way.
I'm sorry?
Yep. You got a brand new follower.
Oh, I got a brand new follower. Chaotic. Thank you so much. My hat's off to you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. I don't really kind of feel like I talked myself into a corner there. Awesome. Eric, have yourself a great night. Paul, thank you so much for commentating and hanging out. Eric streams on the reg under the straight down the middle heading, right? Is that SDTM?
SDTM Pinball. Like I said, not too much on the regular anymore, but if you like tutorials, you like gameplay videos, hop over onto my Chuck Wirt on YouTube channel. That's where I kind of save all my videos in case you miss them. If you like tuning into tournament streams, make sure you check out Cincinnati at the end of the year. It's the first weekend in December, and we'll be streaming from Straight Down the Middle's channel on Twitch there. So
awesome. And Paul, you're also working on streaming from, is it Bumper Nugget?
Yeah. Bumper Nugget is my Twitch username, and tomorrow you can find me probably around noon. I will be streaming for the first time from location at Pinball Jones. We have a total of 35 games in-house right now. So
nice.
It'll probably be Godzilla, most likely, but
that seems like a good start.
Yeah, kind of just depends on on a few other factors, of course. But my rig is not wireless, but it is mobile, so we'll see how difficult it is to jump around, and probably get about 5 hours or so of time there tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks for doing that. It's not easy, but thanks for doing it.
yeah. On location streaming is tough. Well, thank you both so much. We're going to end on a commercial. We'll go pass on all of this love in a raid. And we'll see you guys not next week on my channel. Expo's happening, not planning on streaming. It'll be the week after. I'm sure there will be plenty of people on next week, more specifically on TPN, that will be available for your viewing pleasure. You guys have a great night, and thank you again.
Thank you.
Peace out, everybody.
0.002% of people struggle to find companionship because of their choice in unpopular hobbies. These same people may find it difficult to be happy or enjoy themselves when alone. Because being good at something requires effort. Or they may rely on social lubricants in public situations to feel a level of normalcy, or may give up entirely. But now, there is TPN, a non-FDA approved network of affiliated streamers who work together to bring a niche hobby better than mediocre content. Gone are the days of celebrating one's ephemeral and worthless accomplishments alone. Together, we can celebrate them together. Online, in a public forum, on the internet. Don't call your doctor if you think TPN is right for you. Call Zach's personal cell phone instead, late at night and on weekends. You should not take TPN if you don't like pinball or watching others play pinball. You should not discuss with your doctor the possible side effects from TPN, including flip chronic anxiety, insomnia, disruptive polyp flipping, fox scabies, raid depression, pinball malaria, mystery polio thrombosis, what the fungal meningitis, Fabies, Tourette's graphics, fainting out, emesis and Dr. Jaundice, we heart palpitations, rectal painball, one eye paralysis, STD, M, Jedi McMumps, and just another prostate syndrome. Because together, we can push through the existential dread of the meaninglessness of our favorite hobby. Together.